Well, thank you so much for coming today. My name is Clayton Whitson, President and CEO of the Madison County Chamber of Commerce. And by far, one of my favorite parts of this job is getting to celebrate all of the amazing success stories that we've got here in Madison County. And where better to do an awesome ribbon cutting than the iconic Paramount Theater. First, before we get started, can we please give a round of applause to the broadcast team from Anderson TV, who always is such a great community partner in helping tell all of the success stories here in Madison County. And here, on behalf of the City of Anderson, I would like to introduce Tim Lannon.
Thank you, Clayton, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. This is a really great occasion. I'm here on behalf of the City of Anderson, and in particular, Mayor Tom Broderick. He apologizes, Clayton, he couldn't be here this evening for this wonderful event. The Association of Cities and Towns has their annual meeting this week, and he had some plans to participate in that going back a long time ago. But he asked me to congratulate everybody with the Paramount who had anything to do with this wonderful green room, I guess we call it, right? You know, this is something that has been needed for a long time. I don't know, probably over 100 years, I guess, maybe, for the Paramount. So, you know, good things come to those who wait, that's for sure. But I know the mayor would want me to congratulate everyone who had anything to do with this project, certainly to the board of directors of the Paramount, Rich, to you as the executive director, to, there's nobody like Jim Abraham, right? Let's hear it for Jim Abraham. And you know, the history of the Paramount and the City of Anderson has been intertwined, going just back almost to the very beginning. And I can personally remember in the early 1990s when this whole effort was made to revitalize and bring back the Paramount. From that time and going forward, even to this project, I know that the city worked in regards to the sidewalks out there, for example, and the city has long supported the Paramount, and the Paramount has supported the City of Anderson. And what's good for the Paramount is good for the city, that's for sure. And the Paramount serves to, in so many ways, to be a community center for our city with things like the Martin Luther King Day celebration. And I know a couple of years ago when we had the bicentennial celebration for Madison County, the Paramount was greatly involved in that, and I want to thank them for all of that. So with that, I'll just say simply on behalf of the City of Anderson, thank you so much to the Paramount. You're great. You do great things for the community, and we're going to continue to see you do that. So thank you very much.
So we do ribbon cuttings and groundbreakings all over the county, and one common thread is that any contractor will tell you building on a greenfield is significantly easier than renovating an existing structure and making it this beautiful facility that we have today. All of these buildings come with their own unique challenges. And to learn about the process of how this transformation took place, I'd like to introduce one of the key members, the board president, Denise Miller.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim. My name is Denise Miller, and I'm board chair here at the Paramount, and I just wanted to welcome everyone here tonight, and on behalf of the board, we are so appreciative for everything everyone has done for us through this project. Just a little fun fact, 143 people donated to this project, so it does take a village to do this. And we so appreciate everything that everybody has done for us. And it's my honor to introduce Rich Jorn, our executive director.
All right, well, thank you. Thank you. First of all, I stand here on the shoulders of great executive directors who came before me, two of which are here, Randy Hamill and Don Volk. There you go. Without them, none of this would be possible. So if you see them, make sure, give your regards and appreciations to their work. As I've been here for 2 years, every day I learn a little bit of history about what's going on. One of the things, this project was already in progress. And the challenge was basically, how do you make a perfect theater more perfect? And adding this wonderful backstage center, dressing room space, green room, that can really accommodate the acts that come through, where they can be comfortable. They can, it's same level as the stage. There's no stairs. If you've ever been downstairs, it's a little hard and scary getting up and down there. So this is really going to make a big difference for how traveling artists perceive us, and they already love coming here because it's so beautiful, but this is going to make their life easier. When you're on and I've lived a little bit on the bus, and when you're on the bus and you have a place to get off to and it's comfortable, it really makes a world of difference. Before I hand it over to the Jim, the one thing that I learned about early on with this building was just sitting vacant, and there was two families that bought it. And that was the Snyders and Hardacres. And they didn't know what to do with it, but they had the foresight of saying, you know what, at some point, maybe it'll come in handy for the Paramount. And gosh darn it, weren't they right? So thank you to you guys for that major, major gift. We really appreciate it. And for the man you all want to hear from the most, Mr. Jim Abraham.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. I know you all like to hear me make speeches, right?
He's got a list.
So I have about an hour here, so just get comfortable No, I have the pleasure of doing the thank yous tonight. This is really a lot of fun because for most of you in here over the past 3 years, we have individually talked to each other about this project. And I reached out to you with the numbers that we knew that this thing was going to cost, and we asked you to consider it. And right there is the list of all of you who stepped forward, and we raised darn near $700,000. So we want to thank all of you. So, look around. So Rich and I were talking yesterday. One of the things that's important for us is to be transparent. So when you look around and you think about Bobette, as we've had conversations in the past about assisting projects, you look around and every dollar that you contributed, it's here. It's all right here. You made it all very possible. So we're very, very grateful for all that. Now, also, there's some of the board of directors are here. I want to thank you guys for staying with us through all these discussions that we had, some difficult days, but you stayed with us, and we appreciate that. Rich, we have a wonderful staff here at the theater.
We do.
The staff is small, but we do big things with this theater. So I want to individually, hope I don't miss somebody, our staff members, Elizabeth, Tracy, the other Jim, Justin, Rebecca, some of you are here. Thank you for staff members for all the help you did. And Randy Hamill's back there, and I want to make this mention. This project began, that is, the genesis of this project began sitting around our conference table in the office when we were talking about what are the problems that we're having in running the Paramount Theater. Remember that, Randy? And we did we did a list of issues, and most of those issues turned around the 96-year-old dressing rooms down in the basement that are not handicapped accessible. The steps are narrow. It's even fun to carry a violin down those steps, isn't it, to the dressing room? She knows about that. So we took all those issues and we did a simple drawing in the office, and then we took those drawings over to Montgomery, and Mike Montgomery and his brother Dave did all the work that you see here. They made it happen. Frederick's Construction, among the three bidders, was the low bidder in the project. They had a wonderful project manager, Matt Stamper. Matt, you've met Matt, and he just was a hard-working young man. I found out today he has more than a dozen projects that he's trying to oversee, but he was in and out here almost every day. Now, something else. As a part of being transparent and telling you about how we think we've spent your funds wisely. Brian, where are you? I can't find you through my glass. Oh, here, Brian's back here. And is Scott Starks here?
Gina is.
Where are you?
I'm here.
Well, there you are, you're back there.
That's the operation.
Okay, so there are two things I want to tell you about. There used to be several utility meters on the outside of the building, for which you pay every month for those meters. Brian, handling electrical from his company, and Scott Starks from Royal Flush, got with me one day and said, the Paramount has a tremendous amount of electricity inside that building. We ought to find a way to feed that electricity back here, and thus the cost of running this, it shows up on the meter for the big theater. But to make that even better, Brian helped us to figure out how every light bulb that's in this building is LED. That means that if you compare an LED bulb to a standard bulb, we're saving over 20% electricity costs in here. So that's going to help the overall plan. Now then, Scott Stark's handling the plumbing situation. They've worked in the building for years, just like Brian has. They knew that in the basement there was a huge water supply that runs this building. So they figured out how to get conduit from the basement through the concrete wall right back behind here in this space, same that you did with electrical. So the water supply comes through the Paramount Theater, the electrical comes through the Paramount Theater, no meters on the back that we're paying for. Elizabeth, you'll love that, won't you? Yes, yeah. So the only meter that's out there is the gas meter that runs the big unit up on the roof. So guys, thank you for your ingenuity in helping us really make this a much better facility and less costly to operate in the long run. City of Anderson, thank you very much, Tim, for representing the mayor. And you're right, we talked to them early on about replacing the sidewalk that was all beat up when the buses used to drive on it. And they stepped forward and they were willing to do that. Now, the mirrors. The mirrors just got installed as of 3 o'clock this afternoon. Close call. Ian Weisner from White River Glass handled all the mirrors, and we had some mirrors given to us over the years. And so in those rooms over there, you'll see some big 8-foot tall dressing mirrors. Those were a gift to us. Big mirrors in the women's men and women's restroom, those were gifts to us. So we saved lots of money on that, and Ian was really great to work with. Now, the shower doors. I'm mentioning things that are kind of important, have shower doors. So there are 5 showers. And one day Renee was here. Renee, where'd you go? Here she is. Renee was in here one day, walking through, and she said, what are you going to do about shower doors? Well, we hadn't thought about it. Just hadn't thought about it. Wasn't in the contract. And she said, you got to have shower doors on that. You want to make sure people can't see who's in there taking a shower, right? So she volunteered to pay for 4 of the shower doors, and Scott Starks paid for 1, so 5 shower doors went in today. Wow. We cut it close, kids. We did. So thank you, Renee, for your help through the Bose Foundation, helping us with all of that. One more thing. You see the P up there? Okay, there's a story. Let me sure I get the names right. Kevin Thomas, who is now at Fort Wayne, is the nephew of Steve Burke. Steve Burke's sister was his mom, was Kevin's mom. Well, I found out through Steve that Kevin has a really fine woodworking company up in Fort Wayne, and he has what's called a DNC machine. That's a machine that doesn't use a blade, but it's able to cut beautiful lines. So 2 years ago, I asked him if he could cut some Paramount Ps about so high that we would place on all the bars. So that's what you see on the bars as you go around the building. Well, as I was working around this project, and I kept looking up at this blank wall that was being developed, and I thought, there belongs a P right up there, right there. So I called Kevin. He said, measure, tell me what you think. So we measured. He said it needs a 12-inch P. So he delivered it to us. So he cut it out with the DNC machine. I had a box of stars upstairs, and so we added the stars. And then we're going to put a contribution plaque up because he did it in memory of his late mom. That's important. Yeah, that's really important. Okay, now that kind of finishes my thank yous, I believe. So what we want to do now, we've lighted the stage. We turned the organ console around. Hang on a minute. I don't know what you're saying to me. What?
George is back here.
Where's George? Stand up, George. Where are you? Here's George. He's right back here. Thank you. He's saying Jerry. Huh? Oh, Jerry. Here's Jerry. Jerry Morton over here worked with the Paramount for 7 years or so, and he was the technical director. So when we were doing the plans back here, The first drawings I did was a 4-foot wide walkway right behind the wall. Jerry said, why don't you make it 8 feet wide so that when these traveling companies are coming in with all their cases, there's no place to store them on stage. So we made it 8 feet wide so cases can be stored on half and we still have a 4-foot walkway. So we're going to name the walkway for you, Jerry. Now, so we want you to get a little wine, get your nibbles that Tracy has put together here, and then we invite you to walk onto the stage just as if you were a performer, as the symphony will do for the first time Saturday evening. That's going to be, where's Darla? Yeah, there's Darla. So, Darla, the dressing room right there, that's going to be for the maestro. And maybe your orchestra director, conductor, maybe she'll be over here, principal, or maybe she'll be here. And then members can be all over this space, be able to put their cases down and be safe and not go down the basement with their violins, right? That's right. So they'll all be here, and then they will walk on stage. So that'll be the first time. Now, what's really kind of, I think, important for all of you to see that view, remember, you'll never have this vision again. This room is not a room for the public. This is room for performers and staff that accompany them. So you'll be sitting out front waiting for the orchestra to come on, lights will go down, and they'll walk in. And so we're inviting you to walk in. Justin did some pretty lighting. I think maybe you were part of that too. Some lighting in there, and we turned the organ console around so you can see what the console looks like from up here. So we want you to have that experience, and then after that, we're adjourned, and we thank you so many times. Thank you.
And just one more time to Jim, to Rich, to Denise, to everyone that was involved with this, on behalf of the entire Madison County business community, thank you so much for this amenity. Can we get a hand for all of the team that was involved in this? Well, we are back here outside of the beautiful Paramount Theater here for the grand opening, the ribbon cutting of the backstage of the Paramount. You're going to see in this video, it is an amazing facility for all of the acts that are going to come in here to utilize, and what an amenity to have here in downtown Anderson. And with that, we are going to pass over the oversized scissors here to the board chair of the Paramount Theater, Denise Miller, to make this official. We're going to pause for just a couple of photos here. And now it's a little windy out here, so we need everybody to be extra loud in helping them with a 3, 2, 1 countdown here so that Denise hears us. Let me hear you. 3, 2, 1.